World's first drone carrier Turkish TCG Anadolu delivered to Navy. During the delivery ceremony of TCG Anadolu, Bayraktar Kızılelma, Turkey's first unmanned fighter developed by Baykar, and Bayraktar TB3 UCAV with folding wings were also present on the ship's flight deck. Metin Kalkovan, chief executive officer of SEDEF Shipyard, said that they had realized one of their dreams and said, "We shipyards are happy when we receive an order and also when it is delivered. There are always pains, problems, and inconveniences in between, but the delivery is worth everything, and we forget everything." Emphasizing that the TCG Anadolu is the best in its class in the world, Kalkovan said, "Our biggest industrial product, the most complex, the longest to build, 8.5 million man-hours, 1 million man-day, the most valuable industrial product produced by our country in one piece. 1,200 kilometers of cable were laid from here to Rise. During the laying of these cables, 35,000 devices and 70,000 ends had to be connected in the right place." Pointing out that TCG Anadolu is a very smart work, Kalkovan continued his words as follows. "With the information coming from 40,000 sensors and the analysis of this information in the command center, you can know where, how, and what is being done at any time. This is a modern multi-purpose carrier. A helicopter does not need a ramp, but this one does. This ship has no rudder. The world's largest electric twin propeller also acts as a rudder, providing superior maneuverability. This ship sailed for 60 days during the tests. This is Turkey's largest military ship, its flagship. The defense industry in my country will be remembered before you, President Erdogan, and after you. What you have done in this field will not be forgotten. This ship is 100% a national ship. As a shipbuilding industry, there is no ship that we cannot build. In the words of international experts, we are now in the League of Champions. Minutes, hours, and days are not enough to describe this ship. This is really not something that anyone can do. There are 12 countries in the world that have ships of this size. According to the information, the TCG Anadolu Multi-Purpose Amphibious Assault Ship project was initiated by the Presidency of Defense Industries in 2015 in accordance with the needs of the Turkish Naval Forces Command upon the instructions of President Recep Tayyip Erdogan. The ship, which was launched in May 2019, began sea trials in June 2022. TCG Anadolu was built by SEDEF Shipyard in Tuzla, Istanbul, as the main contractor. The project, which has a local content of approximately 70%, involved 131 subcontractors as well as universities and research centers. Only 12 countries in the world have ships of this size. The TCG Anadolu will strengthen the Turkish Navy and increase its deterrent power. TCG Anadolu will be the world's first UCAV ship, with UCAVs that will land and take off from the ship. For this purpose, Baykar is developing the Bayraktar TB3 UCAV with folding wings. In addition, various studies are underway to enable the Bayraktar Kızılelma combat unmanned aerial system, also developed by Baykar, and the Hürjet light attack aircraft, developed by Turkish Aerospace Industries, to land and take off from the ship. TCG Anadolu is capable of deploying a force of at least 1 battalion to the Aegean, Mediterranean, and Black Sea crisis zones, with its own logistical support without the need for main base support. The ship's weapon systems, battle management system, electronic warfare systems, infrared search and tracking system, electro-optical search system, laser warning system, torpedo defense system, radars, communication systems, navigation systems, information distribution systems have been developed with domestic and national capabilities. If necessary, the ship can also be used for natural disaster relief operations. With its full-fledged hospital and operating room facilities, it will be able to provide medical support in natural disaster relief, humanitarian aid, and refugee evacuation operations. Technical specifications. The TCG Anadolu is 231 meters long and 32 meters wide. With a maximum full load displacement of 27,436 tons, the vessel can operate at a maximum speed of 20.5 knots and an economic speed of 16 knots. TCG Anadolu, which has a cruising range of at least 9,000 nautical miles at full load at its economic speed, can accommodate 4 mechanized landing craft, each carrying 1 tank, in the water-capable pool inside. The ship can carry a total of 94 vehicles on its vehicle decks, including 13 tanks, 27 armored amphibious assault vehicles, AAVs, 6 armored personnel carriers, 33 miscellaneous vehicles, and 15 trailers. The ship's flight deck can carry 10 helicopters or 11 UCAVs, while the hangar can carry 19 helicopters or 30 UCAVs. The ship will accommodate 1,223 personnel. The ship also has full hospital facilities and 2 operating theaters. In the TCG Anadolu multi-purpose amphibious assault ship project, which was contracted on June 1, 2015, sheet metal cutting started on April 30, 2016. The first block slide was made on February 5, 2018, and the project was launched on May 4, 2019, provisionally accepted on December 14, 2022, and provisionally delivered on January 21, 2023.